leadership of the New Patriotic Party asked all MPs on the side to be present in Parliament when the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta presents the 2023 budget statement. This was after the meeting with the caucus on Wednesday evening to find and resolve the impasse. Now, before we turn to the video wall, let's take a look let's take a listen to government spokesperson on governance and security, Palgrave Boache Dankwa.
Finance Minister of the Republic of Ghana, the Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, will present the President's budget on the floor of Parliament tomorrow. That the rationale behind the MPs is to see that the President, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, achieves his goals and aims and aspirations that he promised to the Ghanaian people. I think at yesterday's meeting, there was a consensus that we follow the President's decision that the budget be read, that the majority arm of Parliament stays in Parliament to debate the budget and then to have the appropriations as well accepted in Parliament. So we are confident that tomorrow is going to be a very excellent day for the government.
The MPs get the assurance that once the IMF deal is sealed, the Finance Minister would go?
Well, you see, this whole conversation around the Finance Minister going and the Finance Minister staying, I think that the censorship really gave the Finance Minister an opportunity to debunk those allegations that came before him. There were 7 allegations, if you recall. 2 of them were dropped, and 5 of them, the Finance Minister had an opportunity to respond to those allegations. Reports from the Censor Ad Hoc Committee has been presented to Parliament. I'm sure it's going to be presented sometime today on the floor of Parliament. I'm not in my mind that the Finance Minister should leave his post. I'm very confident that the Finance Minister has done incredibly well for this country. The Finance Minister has gone according to all of his roles and responsibilities that the President has given unto him, and I'm certain that he will be able to restore the economy back to a better place.
Palgrave Boache Dankwa, he speaks for government on governance and security. Let's turn to the video wall and give you some steps of what the resolution is about. So it says that resolution of impasse in the MPP parliamentary group. Over the past weeks, especially after the President had engaged the majority caucus over calls for the ouster of the Minister of Finance as well as the Minister of State for Finance, and a statesman in a statement on the engagement has been issued, the country has witnessed a heightened public media discussion on same subject matter. It goes on to say, there have been occasional individual interventions, some of which have not helped the resolution of the issue in contention. And on the other hand, some of these interventions have contributed to escalate tensions and suspicions. At a meeting on the 22nd of November 2022 involving the majority caucus, the leadership of the party and the Council of Elders, it has been agreed by all to refocus and recline to the earlier position requested by the President. Now, these points are what are the major points that these members are going to stand with. To it, it says that the demand be stood down until the conclusion of the round of negotiations with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, which will feed into 2023 budgets. The second one says that the presentation of the 2023 budget statement and economic policy on the 24th of November 2022 by the Finance Minister on behalf of the President. And 3, the subsequent presentation and passage of the appropriation bill. The meeting agreed that the President would act upon the initial request of the MPP parliamentary caucus after the conclusion of these matters. And in the meantime, the leadership of the parliamentary group and the leadership of the party counseled the honourable members of the parliamentary party to resort to the caucus communication channels and, to the largest extent possible, work together as one caucus unit. Leadership and party in this regard call upon members of the parliament to attend to all government businesses and in the House, including in particular the 2023 budget statement and economic policy and all connected matters. So those are excerpts that holds or ties down the majority group in Parliament to, you know, stick to it and ensure that the budget statement is read and appropriation is also it also goes through the processes it has to.